So, hello everyone and welcome back to some more Dragon Age Origins here with Kid and Uska. So, let's go and camp first and foremost. It's always a good time to go into a camp, at least after always getting through a location. At least to me, it always seems logical.
How will you end it?
That's a very straightforward question against then. You're always perfect with those, always surprising me with questions. I wonder, should I start a bit making more jokes with him? I haven't been very joking with him though. Well, we have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of Darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
Well, I just became a Grey Warden a moment ago. I wasn't a Grey Warden my entire life. Well, what have you heard? What am I?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
Well, I just became a goddamn Warden. So that is what I would need to be, a great strategist and peerless warrior. Well, I'm a thief, first and foremost. I'm from the freaking Awesomar. I was castless. Well, sure, I fought there, but still, at least in the arena in the end, but... Well, I am new to the Wardens, though.
Will you make that excuse to the Archdemon, or the victims it claims in the meantime?
And of course, yep, it disapproves, but it's true, I am new. It's like, yeah, I am trying my best though. Like, what sort of a plan should I be able to have here? When I wasn't expecting to be thrown into this role, you know, Stan, you know?
Yes.
Goddamn Stan. I wanted to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak then.
Or maybe not.
Then I suggest we move on. I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
I'm just not good at impressing Stan with my choices, but like, I think he would respond to me better if I was joking, but it's not exactly how I would respond in this situation, so can't be helped, I guess. He will just never like me. What can you do? Stan doesn't like me. Sad times. How much does he well, Morrigan also is like pretty low. Plus 29 with Alistair. Of course, Morrigan plus 5. Plus 7 with Vun. Plus 6. Goddamn, plus 6. I got you so into more of a negatives and this. What am I supposed to do with you? How am I supposed to help you when you just don't dislike me every time? Always, just dislike. Morrigan, hey.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to discuss something personal.
We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
I can still only ask that thing.
What do you wish
I really
of me?
don't have good enough a relationship
If
with
you must.
anyone. Do you know if there is anything that can be done for a possessed mage? Well, I know that we're supposed to go there, but I'm still worried about it a bit.
'Tis the child abomination you speak of from the haunted castle? If what you seek is to remove the demon from the child without harming the child, there is a way indeed.
To be honest, I think
There
I
is a
talked
connection
about
between
this.
the child and the demon, one which can be followed to the demon's true form within the Fade. There, the demon can be battled directly. Only a mage may enter the Fade. It requires lyrium and a group of mages to cast the ritual, neither of which we have, yes? And had we those things, it would still fall on one mage alone to defeat the demon. No simple task, but there you have it.
Yay. I really just have to be giving them some gifts so that they would actually like me at least a little bit. Just teeny tiny bit at least. Let's see, what can I give? I have given even some stuff already nonetheless, so it's not like I have given nothing. I guess I should give this to Morrigan. The silver chain.
A fine gift.
+6.
You have my thanks.
Yay. At least you liked me a little bit with that. Have a shiny gold ring.
Interesting.
You definitely did not care for a ring. But hey, it's plus 12 now, I guess. It's a little bit better. I know exactly who wants this, of course, but... And I could assume that this is also for Liliana. No idea who White Runestone would be for. Just a white flat stone with a gold rune carved into it. Well, let's talk to Liliana. I haven't talked to her nearly that much.
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair?
Well, my hair, well, thank you.
It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels.
Sounds perfect. Poor birds. Really? Poor birds.
Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair.
Ugh.
But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Wouldn't I? Maybe I just gave it to myself. Aha. Like wondering, would I really want to say that? Wouldn't I? Maybe I just keep it to myself. Yes, I kind of tempted to say it though.
You see? You play along with me. Not many will do that. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
That's quite kind of you, Liliana. I wouldn't go that far. It's not like we've done much with Liliana, but... are you actually thinking of relationship-wise even? Like, none of these answers is really something I would wanna say. But I guess, like... this close... I guess this is the most fitting. I think you're getting the wrong idea.
Wrong idea? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I enjoy spending time with my friends. Is there something wrong?
No. Let's talk about my hair again. Never mind, I must have misunderstood.
Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to.
Indeed, we do have, Liliana. 1. It's fine.
Something I can help with?
Though. Something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Have I heard that? You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
I guess I did ask about Tell Me About Evelyn again, Flemet again, but did I actually ask about Darkspawn then? Because I don't see that there. Tell me about the Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Hubris. Well, maybe there was another story I would like to hear.
Which one?
What do you know about the Antarctica? Maybe I should ask about Talis like some other time when I would be actually considering to go there, because that's definitely not yet.
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
So how did she die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hyserian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burnt at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
Well, if there would be such a thing as a Maker, why didn't he save her with his power?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Maybe. Let's move on.
Something
I can try
help
to ask maybe something else.
with? Yes? What's on your mind?
So why did you decide to come to Ferelden if you're not from here?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Was she not happy in Orlais?
She wasn't unhappy. We had a good life, and she liked Orlais well enough. I loved it, though. Valroyaux was so vibrant, colorful. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
Well, that is definitely a shame. Do you not remember anything other from your mother other than the fact that of her telling stories of Ferelden? You did remember that.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Alrighty, well, I happen to have a perfect gift for you at the very least. Now that you actually told me about it, I can actually more feel like giving it to you. Because before it feels a little bit weird to be giving it when I haven't had that conversation.
Flowers? Thank you. They're very pretty.
Smell them.
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
Well, I had to actually just pick them up, and they just happened to be laying in my inventory for who knows how long. And I just, when you told about that, it just seemed to click. You like me a lot. Liliana is the only one who likes me, Sniff.
Something I can help with? Yes?
Is there anything else I
What's
should
on your
talk
mind?
with you? I haven't heard really about that. Like, I'm thinking, where would I have heard about this? I haven't really yet, so it seems silly of me to go and ask about that. Hey.
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as do the Templars of the Chantry.
So the Chantry will be, or the Templars from the Chantry will be helping, even if not maybe the ones that are in the Circle of Magi. They will work together.
The sincerity of your cause has drawn them together under a common banner. It would not have happened otherwise.
Yay. Do you need anything?
The Circle of Magi stands ready to assist, Grey Warden, as there are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
I'll try to remember that then. To give you some runes.
Oh, it's been a long day. Rest would be welcome.
Yeah, I don't even know how much longer you had in the had already had that situation going on in the circle. How long were you keeping that force field on and all? Yes, you really should get some rest.
Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken.
No, yeah, you are a person. Sprightly for your age, though. There's still some life in those old bones, I bet.
Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time. But there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done.
Well, I'm sure you'll be kicking around for years yet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
I guess I could talk a little bit more, even though she does need to rest.
Have you encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No, really not. There was Connor, of course, where we're gonna be going next.
Ah, yes, Connor, of course. The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
It's understandable. Well, I would think that this knowledge still drives you to be more cautious, careful not to become one.
One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
You have doubts?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Maybe it could be possible. Well, if one retains one's humanity, one is not an abomination. Not at least a true abomination that we would be talking about in here. The one really that is scary abomination.
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
No problem, Vin. I guess one more time.
So, tell me, how did you become a
It's
Grey
have all the
Warden?
questions. I can never ask you anything. You're just asking me all the questions. Well, it's definitely better than being a casteless tunnel rat in Orsamar.
I have learned a little of the strict caste system of the dwarves, and I apologize for saying this, but it seems terribly backward. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
It was small for me. I wouldn't say that it was too small for me. Maybe if I was noble dwarf, then maybe, but otherwise, like, no. Ancestors willed it. Would I believe that? Well, this is definitely at least true that it's nice to be seen something other than the brand that is branding me of being the castless. Yeah, I think this is the most correct. It's nice to be seen as something other than a brand.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Maybe, Vun, maybe. Like thinking, who should I be talking to? How much should I be talking to? Sometimes always the questions.
That dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Hurt wine. He's hurt. Good, he will fill our enemies with his stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Make him clean. Sure, go ahead. He's getting a little rank.
Excellent. I will get my soaps, and the dog shall have his bath after supper.
It's alright. A little bath is okay from time to time, Ben. You can have a bath. He pants happily. Bet. Happily on his back. That's good. Alrighty. Alistair then.
You know, maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Chances are we'll be heading to Denerim soon. And when we're there, I wonder if we might be able to look someone up.
Mm-hmm. You have a friend outside the Grey Wardens?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either. The thing is, I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But after I became a Grey Warden, I did some checking and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim.
Have you contacted her?
No. I thought about writing her, but I never did. And then we were called down to Ostagar, and I never got the chance. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
We can do that. Three or... if you want to, we could try.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
We'll go and meet her, of course. I actually met her sort of already in your fate dream after all. I would assume that's the reason why it came to your mind especially.
Something on your mind?
That just seems so weird to say when I'm a dwarf, but okay.
Of course.
I could be asking those sort of questions, yes. Well, did I have anything else that I
Such as
could
they
be
are.
asking about the Templars? I guess I do. that I haven't been talking enough about these things. I did think that I did, but maybe I didn't. So where are the nearest Grey Wardens, actually, from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
I guess it's understandable. Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
Well, that's okay. We've started to do this army thing anyways. Will we need to start rebuilding the order, by the way?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be 2 of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
Well, they will come eventually, so we won't be alone forever, but we'll see if they come in time for helping us with the blight. So what otherwise do you think that we should be doing when it's just the 2 of us as Grey Wardens?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Well, we've already gotten started anyways. After all, we first thought of going and at least getting help from Archdemon. Then we could have considered maybe doing something else, but, well, the situation there was quite urgent, so that they need their circle's help, and kind of just ended up going as it did. I did think that I thought that I asked these questions, but apparently I didn't. What would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an Archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
It's kind of a weird thing anyways, like how did they ever find out about the fact that only Grey Wardens can
About the Grey
kill...
Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind?
The Archdemon.
Of course.
Can I still ask about them?
Such as they are.
Okay, now at least definitely
About
I
the Grey
can,
Wardens,
so...
anyhow. Fair enough. Something on your mind? Of course.
Can you actually teach others to be a Templar?
Others, yes. But not yourself. I need someone who's trained first as a warrior. It's as much about discipline as anything. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
Okay, thank you. Yay, actually something
on your mind?
unlocked.
Of course.
Why have you actually remained a Templar if you hate the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring.
So that's the reason why. I do like it though, too. Maybe I should be giving the Templar armor indeed for you. Soon. When we can. I don't think I've ever seen you wearing it.
I keep it hidden under my pillow. Sometimes I'll take it out just so I can hug it fondly and remember the good old days. Brings a tear to the eyes, you know.
Totally. So you stay a Templar out of sentiment?
Oh, sure. They said that all the self-flagellation would be unpleasant, but you know what they say. One man's pain. You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
I do really want to know, yes.
Poke, poke, poke. Tell me everything about your life, Alistair. All right, if you insist. It's not like we have anything better to do, right? The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
What did you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Well, Orsamar. Orsamar is my home. I do miss it. Even if I was just a castless, I would have wished to be able to be something more than just a castless, but it's still my hometown. It's strange to be on the open sky all the time and everything.
But it's not your home anymore, right? You can never go back for good. I think I understand how you feel. We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Although that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good, either way.
Well, not forever. They can be repealed.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost. I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
And what is that other than talking?
Something on your mind?
For a bit, because I really had a lot of stuff to talk.
Of course.
Fine. Have you never... if you were raised in the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
You know what I mean.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
Well, you know, sex.
Oh, so that's what we're talking about. I admit I've never had a woman just come out and ask me like this, that's for sure. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've never had the opportunity, I presume, considering your place.
Well, living in the Chantry is not exactly a life for rambunctious boys. They taught me to be a gentleman, especially in the presence of beautiful women such as yourself. That's not so bad, is it?
That's a little bit... Hamas? No, not really.
Good. You'd want a gentleman to court you, wouldn't you? If you were to be courted by someone, that is.
I'm not gonna be in a relationship with anyone this time around, though. Considering the fact that I'm a dwarf, it would be quite strange. Now this is just a perfectly good question. What do I say in here? There was also the cute answer before, but only if they're the right gentleman or not my type. Well, that's not correct. It could be. I have no idea, really. I haven't even been with anyone either. Like, what I think about what I was as a castless, I was just concentrating. After all, my sister was already with a lot of men. That's what she was doing. I didn't want to do the same thing, so I concentrated on the other things. I'd never done any of that sort of thing. So I guess only if it were the right gentleman.
Yes, of course. I see exactly what you mean. Enough. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's go.
Like,
Something on your mind?
that's just... I don't want to say that.
Of course.
What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Well, you have been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too. And all I got was, you'll see.
He wouldn't tell you.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
Well, I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise.
I'm a growing girl as a freaking dwarf, too. Well, it kind of makes sense. I would have, like, if I would want to be a human-sized girl one day, I would need to eat a lot. So, yeah, what can I say? I'm a growing girl.
I'll say. I didn't mean it like that. No, don't hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Nightmares. Yes, I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
His time has come.
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
How very cheery.
And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you have it.
Well, it's still better than my life in Orzammar. I never wondered that. I understand.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He will be remembered, Alistair, as will all the others.
I know. Ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Let's hope so. Okay, so that was a lot of discussions. I wonder, can I buy any extra gifts from this guy or anything? Of course, I would need to still do selling too and all sort of stuff.
Anything I can do for you, please, please tell me.
Have you heard any rumors, Bodan?
The Darkspawn have attacked Lothering. I don't think everyone even had fled by the time they came either.
Oh,
Word
dear.
has it they swarmed the entire area, making off with prisoners and burning down the buildings, and then they were gone. Just as quick. I wonder if there's anyone left. I heard some chanters were going to head down south, maybe to try to find some survivors. I'm not holding out hope myself. That's what I've heard on the road anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Sounds bad. Heard any other rumors, Bodan?
There's news out of the Mage Tower that the Circle of Magi had a close call. Demons got out, but the mages were able to overcome them, though not without a lot of damage. I know mages bring such terror upon themselves, but I have to admit I'm glad we'll still have magic to wield against the Darkspawn. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
I think it's definitely good that we do have magic. Anything else?
It's said that the city of Highever is full of troops sent by Tyrn Loghain. There's been rumors of a revolt, maybe even one that killed the Kuzland family. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Related to a noble human origin story. Heard any other rumors? At least I guess I could ask 2 more rumors.
Nobody seems to know where Archdemon is in all this business. If he were here, he could put a stop to all this talk of civil war for sure. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
And one more?
It seems that some of the bands just won't accept Tyrn Loghain's orders. There's too much talk still of King Caelin's death and questions about what happened. You'd think with the Darkspawn knocking on our doorstep, people would be more likely to stand together, wouldn't you? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Quite understandable.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Thank you for your discounts. Let's see. The only problem is that I don't know which of these are the type of gifts that I really wouldn't want to get. So yeah, I guess I'll at least get rid of these 2 because they're just on the way and I don't know what to do with them. So I guess a lot of these that at least cost 0 or something like that. It's kind of difficult to know. There's a manual for a ranger. Elysium Mask. At least there's 0 here anyway, so it doesn't really matter that I gave them back. Anything that is 0, basically, I shouldn't buy, I think. So I don't think there's many gifts that I could be getting. I guess I can get this gift and give it to someone. At least. That's fine. But nothing really otherwise. So expensive. Everything's so expensive. Well, I'll think about if I want to sell something more. At least I can now try to look into giving some extra gifts, I guess. I guess I'll give this again to Morrigan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Plus 18. Neutral. 1 day. I know who wants that. I know who wants that. Strong enough to fluster a tranquil. This I do know that it's for an Alistair, so I guess I might as well give it.
Is that for me? Really? Wow. Wow.
Wow. You're welcome, Alistair. Liliana really likes me. It seems kind of shame to give the Rose of Olay in that sense, but it does seem like it should be for her. At least from my point of view. Like, it's about Orlais.
Why, thank you so much.
Maybe. Maybe someone else would have liked it more. Can't really. This is about Untrusted, of course, on the other hand, so.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's enough for you for sure, Reese. Is there anything that I could be considering the gifts then? That's a Chantry amulet again, not really. Seems like it would be. Maybe I really shouldn't have given that Orlane thingy for her, I guess. Silver and Dexterity, 2 identical Orlesian porcelain Tureens. Man wearing furs and heavy crown. I guess I might as well try to give this to you because I don't know who these go for anyways exactly.
Unexpected. Thank you.
You did like it, so then it's a better possibility that you might like this too.
Thank you.
Okay, you're a little bit of both. Would you like the beef bone? Maybe you would like silver bracelet?
You have my thanks.
Well, +1. Not really, but it's just like, don't know who to give it to. There's just no point of giving it to Liliana anymore when she's already liking me this goddamn much. It's like, why should I give it to her at this point? Alistair, 43. Alistair, of course, could get some more. And then Morrigan is plus 18 neutral too. Morrigan. Take an amulet. I know you hate it.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty much that. Well, maybe you like the runestone.
Interesting.
No. But yeah, it's like when they are the two that don't. I don't have a good situation with. This just doesn't seem logical to give yet when she hasn't talked about it to me at all. So I don't really want to give it yet. Fine, Ben, have a beef bone. Even though it's completely useless to give you anything because you don't basically like anything. But anyways, this is definitely better, so I can sell your old thing. Definitely. Alrighty, that's better. Well, she's inspired even if no one else is. Major cunning bonus for Liliana.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? Apparently,
Let
I'm
me
sure
see
you'll
your
be pleased with the
wares.
goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Yes, yes. With my discounts. Well, let's see. I guess I could sell this. And to be honest, it's not like I'm actually gonna be using probably these at all, considering the fact that, like, I won't be having Liliana with me. I won't be really using a bow, so probably never going to use it. These I definitely can sell. Warden's Oath, I just feel bad about selling. Don't need that. That's at least fire damage if I want to be using fire damage at some point with someone. So I'll leave that for now. Oathkeeper is better than this one, I'd say. So let's sell that one. Then it's about if I want to be selling some of this stuff. Which I might. Let's at least sell that. Have a decent amount of stuff now at least. Did you have any elf roots with you? Doesn't look like it. Kind of a shame. No elf roots for me. Nope. I wonder what if anyone. I doubt that anyone has anything more to talk to me at the moment because it's not like they like me much more.
I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak then. Then I suggest we move on.
I just always
As you
answer
wish.
incorrectly to Sten. I really would like to be able to be approved by Sten though. Very much would like to.
What do you wish of me?
And also you. I would like to
If
be
you must.
able to talk about some other stuff. Yeah, that's just about that again. Yeah, I think that's about it then. Don't think there's too much more that I need to do here.
Something on your mind?
Something I can help with?
Well, we have a lot to do
I
after all.
must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Vun, why are you asking all the questions? It means I've been chosen to do something important. Chosen or chosen, but, well, I did get chosen for Orzammar, so in that sense, yes.
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
I will keep that in mind.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
This is true. I don't want power though. I've never wanted it.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
You shouldn't worry too much about that, Woon.
Is there something you need?
Yeah, I can actually ask something. So, why didn't you exactly want to stay at the tower?
The circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
True enough. Well, I'm glad for your company and help.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I am sure you will be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps.
I would believe so. There was one more thing
there
that I could at
something you
least
need?
ask. I would like to ask you something about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
How strange. Serves him right then.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn, with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
What happened when you arrived at the tower?
I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
Well, that's a great story. That's why she...
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the circle.
Well, thank you for telling. But yeah, that's why the circle felt like a home, because she didn't really have a good home in any way before that anyways. So what was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
Danger from what?
From Fade spirits. If we were careless, they would enter our minds, and we would become abominations. Without the circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today. And there was joy in life at the Circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
Well, there's nothing else I want to discuss right now. Thank you for telling me about Circle. But I guess that's everything for now then. I tried to at least now talk everything through that I can. It's just I can't talk especially with Sten and Morrigan that much because they just don't like me. I've been choosing wrong things to say to them. Can't be helped. I guess I could check this still out as in our heroic accomplishments thus far. With different people. Kills 292, I killed the Revenant in the Circle. Damage dealt overall 41,000. Friendly fire damage dealt 56. When did I do that? Greatest damage dealt 76. Party damage contribution 45% though, which is pretty nice. Injuries 3, sadly. Most powerful foe slain Altret. Even though it's here, most powerful foe slain Revenant, but I didn't slay the Altret. Must have been, was it Alistair? No, Pantekan is for Alistair. Morrigan killed Bloodmage, so was it, yeah, Vun is the one who killed Altret. Kind of fitting, gotta say, that Vun managed to get the kill from Altret. Alistair is just level 9. Oh dear. Money spent, lots of money spent. I don't even remember what all I've spent it for, but I guess it's just that always, nonetheless also if you buy health bottles and so on, it can just end up being more than you expect it to be. Well, you have 90% of course only, which is not very surprising. Morrigan has 90% of party damage, kills 55, Vun 12 and 4%, Sten kills 40. So on. But of course, because I'm always there, Liliana has 0 of everything. Very, very surprising situation. But alrighty, I'll be saving here, and next time then, my plans is at least to go and of course head to the Red Castle, and maybe after that we will go through this area over into the Frostback Mountains to Orzammar even, even though I'm not sure how well I'll be able to do there considering it is a dangerous location, but we'll see. I'll try to do my best anyways. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed some more Dragon Age Origins here, and I'll see you for more next time. So bye bye till then. To be continued with Kidarusha next time in Dragon Age.